Hello, visionaries. Welcome back to my channel. And if you guys are new here, welcome. And today I have a special guest for you guys. This is the actress, the supermodel, the intellectual, the drop dead gorgeous Leyna Bloom. Thank you so much, sis, for coming onto my channel, babe.
Sis, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for having this moment with me. I'm so excited right now.
Yes, yes, yes. We are going to get into the tea, the drama, and anything and everything in between on House on Fire on Wow Presents on Tuesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you guys go watch it and support it. Everyone sit back, relax, take a seat, grab a drink, and make a snack because this is going to get real in here, darling. Episode number 2.
Get it out. Please get it out.
I'm shocked to see you here.
So you coming back to the house?
I'm not sure.
What's the tea?
I'm not sure.
Even after we cultivated a mini relationship, you unfollow me.
Yeah.
That really hurt my feelings, girl. Like, no shade. I'm like, girl, what the fuck? I would never do that.
But honestly, we can't take social media and Instagram seriously, honestly.
You were mother, and there were kids in the house that felt like they weren't able to really attach to you like how they really wanted to. Are you in a space where you can acknowledge that and be like, I apologize for not being present like I should and could have been?
I don't want us having no issue.
That's your apology?
I'm not apologizing right now.
Let's break down that first scene. What are your thoughts on that? After replaying that.
Well, I mean, she had an issue. I walked over and I handled the business. You know what I mean? I was not going to wait for her to come near me. I felt like you have an issue with me. I'm here at a ball. Let's talk about it. She didn't come up to me. If I never went up to her, she would still be mad. I went up to her and I was like, look, get it out. Hurry up. Come on, let's go. Because I don't know why you mad. Like, why are you mad? Oh, we try to cultivate a miniature relationship. You didn't cultivate anything. If you would have cultivated a real relationship, we would have been friends and there would have been no issues. You didn't cultivate anything. I was not I was not trying to have a relationship with you. You wasn't trying to have a relationship with me. We were just members of the house that just knew each other, and that's all we were. And you all ballroom walkers that know this. It's just like there's people in the house that you connect with and there's people in the house you don't connect with. And I just wanted to just have her, like, if she had any issues, like, get it out. She even lucky that I even gave her that moment. Like, to even, like, who are you in my life, Chanel? Like, let's be honest, sis. Like, who are you in my life?
Okay, you know? Okay. And then with the Tati situation about being the mother in the house at one point and you not connecting with the children, how do you feel about that statement?
I feel that, like, that's unfair because I tried to connect with my children. I tried to connect with everyone and they were too nervous to want to connect with me. They didn't follow up on the messages. I sent them the text messages. I sent them the messages. I said, here, my number. Did they call me? Did they text me? No. Oh, she's too bougie. Oh, I don't know how to connect with her. She's like a white girl. Or I don't know how, like, she might be too busy doing modeling stuff. Like, I don't want to get lost in the text messages that she's probably getting. Like, you know, I'll just wait until I see her out. Or invite me out. Invite me to dinner. Invite me to the picnics. Invite me to the rehearsals. Did I get those calls? Did I get those text messages? No, I didn't get them from nobody. And I'm not going to be sitting here fake blowing up people's phones like, oh, hey, what's up? What you doing? Where you at? Let's talk, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to be, I'm trying to get dinner with Anna Wintour. I'm trying to be the face of Versace. I'm trying to get a Dior campaign and be the next perfume girl and take Charlize Theron's spot. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not worried about these little small relationships that are literally, when I'm around you, you don't even know how to communicate anything. We have nothing in common. Like, I put myself out there. Let's find a way to connect. If we don't connect, don't take it so hard. Like, it's not meant to be. You're not supposed to connect with everyone. There's a billion people on this earth. Only a few people are supposed to be in your life. And maybe it's just not our moment at the moment to connect. And as Tati was trying to say, it's like, oh, you didn't try to build a relationship. It's just like, but were they trying to build a relationship with me? I'm not going to force myself on them. Like, I'm a female figure. I should be the one being the one that's like, hey, sis, you need anything? Or, hey, ma, let me get you a water. Did I get that? No, I got very much like, she bougie. She's bougie. She's Like, I'm not bougie. I'm very friendly, actually. Have you ever gotten a chance to meet me? Have you ever got a chance to connect with me? No. You don't think that you have proximity to me, but you do because we're in the same house. Did you use the opportunity to connect with me? No. Just like you send somebody a friend request or you follow someone on Instagram, send them a message and say, hey, what's up? I haven't talked to you in a while. Let's connect soon. Okay, let's do it. Let's make it happen. Some people hit me up and then they would never follow through. What am I
Right.
going to do?
So another thing I kind of wanted to ask you though. Obviously we're much older than the new generation now in ballroom, right?
Yeah.
So when they reference like social media stuff and how it can affect them so much and stuff, which is, you know, I think it's something that we had to get used to, right?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't affect us that way. It's just like,
Right.
okay, well, okay, girl, whatever, you know.
Mhm.
Do you see how big social media can affect the younger generation or somebody that really is into it like that?
Not
Because
really. No, I don't.
no, you
I
can't,
don't.
because you know, because even still, like, you know, people get bookings off of social media. People get hired
Are
for
they getting
campaigns
bookings
off
off
of
social?
social
Are they getting bookings off social media?
media. But I'm just saying, like, what I'm trying to say, in other words, is like, is that is that it social media is a big thing. And it's not a little thing as where it's like, okay, well, no, you know, it is a big thing now in today's generation. And I can see why somebody can feel very, very maybe mad or upset or disrespected or insulted. Crazy to say that out of my mouth, but that's the reality of what we're living in 2024. Is it a sad situation where there's not like a human connection on person to person? Absolutely, like how we were when we were younger, right? When coming into, you know, walking rumble balls in 2010s, you know, 2009, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was never social media things where, you know, you have the Instagram or you have the Facebook stuff. It was always just like, you get to see you in person, we navigate, we meet, we talk, we befriend each other. But and it's not like that anymore. And do you see how it's like it can be
No.
a big thing to people? No, you don't
Mm-mm.
want to see it. You
I
don't want to
look at
see it.
I look at social media as a business. You know what I mean? I don't look at it as a
Right.
playground. It's not a playground for me. It's a business. Um,
Yeah.
when you're a trans woman and you're not on any websites for agencies. Like when you go onto the agency's website, you see the model's portfolio, you see their stats, you see the jobs that they've done. That is my portfolio. That is my Instagram.
Yeah.
I look at Instagram as a business place. I don't follow my own family on Instagram.
Right. Yeah.
I look at
Yeah.
social media as a place of like, this is where I need to be doing my business. This is paying my bills. And
Mhm.
you should not have no hard feelings. I'm not just like some ordinary girl that you're just following. Like, I'm out here trying to work and thrive and put food on the table because I don't want to do sex work anymore.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And that just goes to show, like, just whoever's watching, like, please don't take social media that seriously. To me, it's not that serious, but I can see how someone can take it. For me personally,
That's an
I
insecure
can see
person. That's insecurity. If you really think that Instagram has that power over follow or unfollow, then you're sad. You know what I mean? If you really, really care, if you really care, send me a DM and say, hey, like, I know we're just friends on social media, but can we actually connect in real life? Then it becomes a little bit more of an intimate relationship. And then that follow has more leverage. But
yeah.
at the end of the day, like, a follow can change or change your life for someone like me or you. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
And I
Yes.
just feel like for them, it's just like, oh my gosh, this person's following her and she's following that person. And it's just like, she's also following me. Like, people look at it from a clout base because I look at it from a clout base. Who I follow and who follows me dictates my level of like power in society. And when people don't have access to you when they are close to you, they feel some type of way. Like, I don't follow a lot of my family and I don't follow a lot of my friends because I actually have their number and I can call them and text them.
Yeah.
And this is my
Yeah.
social media. I do what I want with my social media. This is my place. This is my profile. I say what I want and I make the
What you want
rules
to
on
do.
my page. And that's just
No.
period. And if I'm not feeling your,
Period.
then bitch, I'm not feeling your and I'm unfollowing you.
Woo! So in that
And
case, let's go on. Let's go on. Let's go on.
before we go on, I would just want to say this. Every 6 months, every season, I go through a cleaning spree. of like who's doing what's doing what, how am I connecting with this person? I met this person here. Are they still relevant in my life right now? And I start unfollowing people. Sometimes I unfollow everyone and I start following everyone back. The people that I feel like I need to be following. In actuality, I literally just followed literally almost 2,000 people at the beginning of this year. And now I only have up to 400 followers right now because I'm getting rid of the people that are just literally, that are not inspiring me. You know what I mean? Like I want to be able to look at
and that's your thing. It's your social media. You do what you want to do with it. People don't need to take it that seriously. Like that's why I keep on saying, like, you guys don't take it that seriously. Like if someone unfollows you or someone doesn't like you, okay, they just don't like it. Like it's okay. Like it is okay. It's not that serious, you know? Like that's just my thing.
But then she came around and gave like a backhanded apology. Like, and I don't appreciate that.
You ain't seem like you was completely sold.
I was.
I didn't get any bad vibes from her, but you know, I don't like how she disrespected the house, and I don't like how she disrespected you.
What happened between me and Leyna? I don't want y'all to like feel like y'all have to carry on that thing where y'all have to protect me or the house. So it's not y'all burden to bear. Yeah, but I was hurt because you did what you did and then walked away scot-free, and I was left to like pick up pieces.
Okay, so let's just take it back to Brooklyn and that scene. Thoughts?
Girl, you were literally 4 years old when I started ballroom.
Right.
Like literally, you didn't even know anything. You didn't know what a man or a woman or trans or this or that or what ballroom was when I started ballroom. You know what I mean? Like you were a non-factor, as Evelyn says, when I was in ballroom. And when I left ballroom, you were still a non-factor. So what happened with me has nothing to do with you. And I'm glad Yousef let her know, like,
yes,
you don't know anything about Leyna. Why are you dictating what other people say? And that's what I'm saying. Brooklyn, she's a messy girl, and she's also a follower. Like, you're listening to what everyone else say, who actually are my haters.
Woo!
You're not listening to like people that actually are like, Leyna's a dope girl. Leyna, she's really cool. Leyna's really about her. She's a supermodel. You're listening to people who are like, oh my God, look at her ankles, or look at her corns, or look at her hair, or like, look, she's getting old. You're listening to my haters, and you're also secretly a hater if you can listen to that. Like, where's your own self identity? Where's your own sense of self? You are sitting here worrying about what other people think, that you are not developing your own accord with me, when actually I am the only person in the community who you can actually get real advice from about your transition, about your femininity, about your body shape, about modeling, about aesthetics, about being in the house of Miyake Mugler, which is a fashion house, which is a face house.
If I could go back and do things differently, I definitely would have, one, stayed in the house. She would have handled it a lot differently. It took me 3 years to heal.
Leyna is putting on a good show, but I think by the time she walks out of this restaurant, she's gonna be back to her old. You was mom. Let's just be very clear. You're the mom.
Okay. Main question. What exactly would you have done differently?
If I would have came back, first of all,
because you were talking about in reference to why you left or what happened.
I would have waited a little bit longer. I would have probably waited a week for him to respond.
A week. Okay.
I think he was also just from what I feel right now, like he was getting a ball together to represent your house, which is the house in ballroom. Like that's a lot of hard work to like put on a show, to get Rihanna to come out, to do performances, to make sure it's the highest cash face category. You know what I mean? Like to get the venue, to promote that, to get people to come, to live up to the expectation of house. I literally, when it happened, when they were calling me, he's literally like, oh my God, everything's okay. And then he gets a call from Leyna and it's just like, oh my God, what's going on? And I felt like I was too much in my feelings because I was dealing with, it was like all these things adding up. Like I was supposed to be overall mother. I was supposed to be doing this. I was supposed to be doing that. Y'all giving me issues about this. Y'all giving me issues about that. Like, and now this whole situation with the violence just took the whole cake. And what I would have done was just like, you know what? The ball is over. The moment is had. Like, let's just let it simmer down for a little bit and let the universe figure it out and let the universe take care of it. And while everybody has taken a break, Exotic, Yousef, me, the leaders in the house, we can now assess the situation and say, hey, like, this is not okay. Like, let's figure out how we can work this out. Should we get them on a FaceTime date? Should we have a meeting? Should we set up a opportunity so we can all talk together so we can figure this issue out? In my head, I was like, if you have Beyonce in your house, like every house has their own Beyonce girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
you're right.
when somebody that is not a Beyonce in your house is literally trying to cause issues with your Beyonce, it should have been like, Beyonce is our priority. You're not our priority. The thing is, we're giving power to so many leaders, to so many people that cannot do what Beyonce can do. These two girls that had issues with me cannot step out of ballroom and go into the Roro and do what I'm doing. They can't come into ballroom and get on the floor and compete and do what I can do. And the fact that they gave them power to stay here while I was still here, that's where they fucked up at. It was just like, you choose one. You either choose me or you choose her. And if you're not going to choose me, then I'm leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And to this day, the girl is still giving them issues.
Oh, she's still in the house?
She's still in the house. Still giving them issues. Weird as just saw her at the latex wall, sat next to her. Did she say anything? No, she didn't. But you better believe I was putting my lip gloss on right in front of her face.
Oh my God. No, let's not start. Leyna. Woo, child. Okay. All right. So with the Yousef situation, you definitely just felt like you probably would have waited a week just to see how the things unfolded, if there would have been something different.
Yeah, I was too impulsive.
Okay, you was too impulsive. Okay. And then hearing from Yousef actually saying that she was a shitty mom. How do you feel about that?
To some degree, I was a shitty mom, but who trained me? Who taught me? What other mother that I had to look up to learn from? In the house.
Yeah.
There was none. There were no others. I'm going to learn from a butch queen? I would never. How a feminine energy does things is very different from how a butch queen does things. And no one wanted to mentor me. But the thing is, how I look at it is, they had no intentions on ever making me overall mother. Their intentions was to make Exotic and Yousef the butch queens of the house. The father and the mother was going to be butch queens. They had no, there was never, basically they got me in, they gave me a role because they had to give me something, and they were never going to give me the overall mother position. It is what it is.
Do you feel swindled?
I do feel swindled to some degree.
You feel swindled? You gotta shake your tits. Shake your tits and say, I do feel swindled.
I feel swindled. But I allowed myself to be swindled. You know what I mean? I allowed myself to deal with this level of like, this is my brothers, I love them, let them have the power, they want to do all the work. But it's like, you can't have all the power, and then when I want to have power, you don't want to give me any. You don't want to show your power. You know what I mean? It's looking like they having a power trip. And it's just like, they know that I'm super powerful and they don't want to give up. They feel like I will threaten their power because I have my own peace of mind. I stand up for myself. I get myself together. When I come out, I people give me my life. When I leave the ball, people give me my life. And it's not the same case for them. You know what I mean? Like, I have the power, I have the opportunity, and they want to get that opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, Yousef is a star in his own right. He comes out, he slays, but he works behind the scenes when it comes to the work that he does outside the ballroom scene. You know, Andre, he is a star. He's beautiful, but he never freaking went to the modeling agencies and got a contract. He never freaking said, I'm going to do the self-tape and be in the movies. He could have done it, but he didn't do it. So
then again, like, you know, maybe those are just not people's past. Maybe they're just not. That's not
what they wanted to do. That's what they wanted to do. Yousef is an amazing singer. Yousef is a incredible singer. He sings better than every single person hair he touches. Every single person that he touches their hair, he gives them the motherfucking power. He has all the fucking power. He should have a platinum selling his third platinum album right now. That's how good of a singer he is. You know what I mean? Andre could have been the face of Dior Savage. He could have been on the cover of GQ magazine. Look at him. He's gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I get what you're saying.
They literally, I'm in ballroom as a threat, and I'm out of ballroom as a threat, because I know that I'm that girl, and I work hard for it. You know what I mean? Because I worked hard for it. I didn't just get it because my daddy was famous. I got out here, slaved away to get this opportunity, and I deserve to say, you did a good job. You deserve the opportunity. So yeah, it's just I was a mom because I had no one to teach me how to be a good mom. You know what I mean? You gave me a small position, I gave you small interactions with that small position. If you would have gave me the big job, you would have got the big you would have had the big experience. You know what I mean? It's like a guy, you know where I'm going. If a guy pays $150, what he get? He get a massage. If a guy drops 5,000, he gets the girlfriend experience.
And on that note, let's move. And on that note, let's move on, darlings.
Tried to get to the ball. I did my best. What's the problem? I don't know. It seems like everybody wants to be mad at me, and I don't think I have the time for it. I've been here for a while. I've been waiting for y'all to be here.
Damn, like, it just started. You leaving already? Leyna, you supposed to be coming back, building a bond, getting to know your sisters. Girl, you gotta do better.
I asked you to like be a part, be around, like so. You leaving is like we not doing what we said we was gonna do. Well, I'm holding you accountable. Leyna is doing a job at working her way back into the house. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so now with the ending of episode number 2, one question that just comes to my mind immediately is, if you feel like they are all at you, why do you want to still continue to being a part of this house?
Because regardless of who's mad at me, this is still my house. This is still, I still have unfinished business with this house. I still deserve to be in this house. I put in motherfucking work. I put in trophies. I put in money, sweat, and tears into my moments being in the house of Miyake Mugler. And I left because of some bitch wanting to threaten to hurt me, and no one stood by my side. And you know what? I'm going to come back to this house and still get the what I deserve. That's honestly what it comes down to it. Like, where else am I going to go?
Right.
I got the biggest castle. Why would I go to a shack? I want to stay. I still want my room in my castle, and I deserve to have that castle, and that's where I belong. And when I joined the house of Miyake Mugler, I could have went to Extravaganza, I could have went to Allure, I could have went to any house, but I chose Mugler, and I believed in that, and I still believe in that to this day, because deep down inside, I know morally, deep down inside, in the core of Mugler, there is power. There is something in our house that if you become in this house, you may have the potential to become a huge fucking success because you're surrounded by it. Everywhere you look, there is success, there is fashion, there is inspiration, there is talent, and we are around the world. And that's how I feel about the house. And I'm not going to let some little butch queen up in drags from Canada come down and steal my mother moment and dictate where I need to be and what I need to do. But at the same time, I need my house to see that like you got to meet me halfway. And y'all literally are not meeting me halfway. Y'all think y'all are meeting me halfway. But what femme queen is really getting the full experience in any house?
Woo! Listen, I mean, I don't know. I've been out of the game for a little minute, so I can't tell you that right now. But now moving on with the Yousef conversation with the ending of episode number 2, he says that you are not putting enough effort into you guys agreed upon something that you said that you were going to do, and then it seems like you're not putting your part in on the deal.
Well, the thing is, he wanted me to meet everyone, meeting all the house members and also the people that are on the cast of the show. He wanted me to sit there. I don't work like that. You're not going to all attack me at the same time and then everyone wants to take a turn getting the light. No, I'm going to go one by one to each person, and I'm going to sit and talk to each person one-on-one. It's not going to be 2 against 1. It's not going to be 3 against 1. It's not going to be the whole house against me, because that's going to honestly that's going to make me feel uncomfortable. So I showed up, I say hello, I brought wine and cheese, and I let them know, like, hey, I couldn't be at the Lick Ticks ball, but I'm still showing up today. I was one of the first people there. Before Chanel, before Tati, before Roz, before Exotic came, I was the first one there. And then they start trickling in. And I'm sitting here waiting for them, like, the barbecue started 3 hours ago. I got things to do. I got my man waiting for me outside. You know what I mean? Like, we need to wrap this up, because I'm not going to be sitting here all day waiting to midnight to get the tea. Like, are we handling this now, or are we handling this later? So essentially that particular scene, I was double booked that day. I made sure that I was there on time to be there for the barbecue. And then once it was time for me to leave, I had to go. And at the time, I was thinking, like, is it a good idea for me to do this in front of everyone? No, let me just say hello. Let me give my hugs. Let me make my small talk. But I would see you one-on-one. And that's exactly, as you see throughout the episodes, I have my one-on-one with everyone. Brooklyn don't look like a fucking Barbie doll, let's be honest. He took it as he took it. And Andre's a very intelligent man. And you show up because you're Black and you're trans, and you work harder because you're Black and you're trans. But where are they at? They're not at the casting. They're not getting their passport. They're not flying out to Paris. First of all, she was lying to everyone in the first place. She was lying, walking the cabin.
Okay, but listen.
And, oh, that fucking dirty ass, bummy ass trans girl thought she can bottle. Did you soak up that opportunity and make something out of it? No, you didn't. The word on the street through taping was that she was talking shit about me. I wanted to make it a little bit spicy. So
there we go. Now we're getting, let's eat, y'all. Let's eat.
She got her tea spilled by a fucking supermodel that believed in her. And they have this microwavable fucking look, and they all look the same, copycatting each other's. But what I do know is you're trying everybody, and you ain't gonna try me.